Hey guys, welcome back to Simmer Down. Yes, it's me. I got specs on this time. Turned 40 and now I need reading glasses. I know it's been a while. I haven't posted like I said I would, like frequently. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. It has been extremely hard for me to keep up with posting every week, 2 times a week. It's not easy. There's like a lot of things in the supermarket that is missing, like meat, like veggies. A lot of stuff is not there due to the deliveries. They don't have the trucks being delivered frequently now. So I'm gonna be honest with you. There may be a delay from time to time, but I'm still here. Okay. So today I am so lucky to be able to find chicken wingettes. And I thought to myself, you know what? I haven't made this dish in a while, and I think today will be the day to make it. And that is Barbie fried chicken. Barbie fried chicken. All right, so in New York City, at one point in time, KFC used to sell Barbie fried chicken, but they called it, I don't know what they used to call it in KFC. It's fried chicken that's deep fried, and then they coat it with barbecue sauce and then put it in the oven. Now, what made me start making this KFC dish at home? Well, like where I used to live was like literally across the street from KFC. So I would go there and I would get the Barbie fried chicken. And I loved it as a snack because it's such a nice finger food, appetizer type of thing. But as time went on, I moved away from that location. And where I moved to, it was hard to get to KFC. I'm just gonna make it at home now. So I decided to just go for it. I know how to make fried chicken, so why can't I make this at home and save me some money at the same time? So that's what I did. You want something quick and easy to eat? This is the dish to make. Barbie fried chicken. So, enough of the talking, right? Let's just get straight to it. I done cleaned the chicken already, all right? The chicken has been cleaned with lime, vinegar, and some salt, all right? I had scrubbed the chicken down. I cleaned all of that up, all right? So it's in a bowl on chill, waiting for us to season it up. Let me go wash my hands, get some gloves, and get started. Stay tuned. Everything's clean. I drained the water out. I took the limes and stuff out. And this is the chicken. These are wingettes. I have 16 pieces of wingettes. And I have 3 large eggs. I totally forgot to tell you guys that every time I use eggs, I take the little white part out of the egg yolk. Over here, I have some smoked paprika. I'm just going to eyeball this, guys, because when it comes down to this dish, you can season it however you like, but this is what I'm going to use in this chicken today, okay? So I have smoked paprika. If you don't have smoked, you can use paprika, just regular paprika. All right. I'm just going to use a little bit of this because, believe it or not, the smoked paprika, it's a little, you know, it's really smoky, so you don't need much of it. And I'm just going to use just a little bit of the pink Himalayan salt. Some garlic powder. Some all-purpose seasoning salt. This is thyme, dried thyme. And some ground black pepper. And now I'm going to use regular paprika to season with. And I forgot to tell you guys, but while I'm doing all of this, I have the oil heating up. So when I'm ready to, it's on I'm going to say a low to medium heat right now. So when I'm ready to fry this chicken, the oil is nice and hot and we're not waiting for it to get hot. Mix this all in, all right? I try not to use too much salt in it at the time of seasoning, because once you put the barbecue sauce on it, it actually takes care of, you know, as far as sodium. So my chicken is coated with the seasoning. Let me pick one up so you can see. Nice little seasoning on it. I can smell the smokiness from the paprika. Okay, so now my gloves are changed and I'm going to start whisking in the eggs. What we're using the eggs for is to give the chicken like a nice crispy texture once we fry it. We want the flour and everything to get nice and crispy. All right, so just a simple whisk, nothing too fancy. So here's the tongs. You're just gonna take the chicken and coat it with the egg. All right, if you want it to sit in there a little bit and get another one and do the same thing, that's fine. Just turn it around, make sure it's fully coating. And then we're just going to take it and we're going to drop it into the bag with the 2.5 cups of unbleached flour. All right. You don't want to put so much chicken in all at one time. We're going to lock it. Make sure there's still some air in the bag. All right. And then we're going to shake it up. All right. Don't overcrowd the bag, because if you overcrowd the bag, what's going to happen is it's just going to create a whole bunch of lumps in the Ziploc bag, and that's not what we want, okay? We don't want that. We don't want it to be lumpy flour in the bag. And now you're just going to shake it, shake the excess flour, right? And like I said, this thing is, now I'm going to slowly, gradually put it up on medium-high heat, but it's already hot. I can actually see the ripples in the oil, all right? So I'm just gonna continue to shake it because I do see flour still coming off of the wing, and make sure that it's fully coated. And I'm gonna show you guys how it looks. And now put it into the oil. When you put it in the oil, take your time putting it in. Slowly putting it in. Take this chicken. Let's make sure that the yolk is kind of dripping down off of the meat. You don't want it to be dripping so much into the bag. All right, put that in there. Move on to the next one. And remember, this eggs must be coating the chicken because you want it to stick to you want the flour to stick to the yolk. All right. Before I shake the bag. All right, there we go. Shake, shake, shake. And when it comes to the oil, you must make sure, I didn't tell you this guys, but when you're putting the oil in the I'm gonna say the pot, all right? This is a Dutch pot I'm using. You gotta make sure you have enough oil to deep fry the chicken, all right? And when you're deep frying the chicken, it's kind of like covering the bottom and somewhat the top of the chicken. And what I'm also doing when I'm taking the flour out and tapping the chicken, I'm also squeezing it just to make sure, pressing the flour onto the chicken to make sure that it stays coated, okay? So yeah, I'm just taking it in the bag and squeezing it like this just to make sure that the flour really sticks onto the chicken. Just like that. Alright? Now put it back in here. Mix it again. Taking the excess flour. And now I'm going to put it into the frying pan. You want to make sure that that flour, the excess flour, is off the chicken, because if you don't, what's going to happen is it's going to be so much flour in this pot of oil. And that's not going to be nice. The pot is going to burn quickly. Alright. This one is coated. Drop it in the flour. Let it drip a little bit. Drop it into the flour. Take the bag. Zip it up. Ziplock it up. Leave some air in there so it can be easy to coat the chicken. Shake, shake, shake. I'm going to let it fry for 8 minutes on one side, and then I'm going to turn it over onto the other side and let it fry for another 8 minutes. I don't want to keep adding more chicken to this pan, because the more chicken you add, it's going to lower the temperature. So we're just going to hold off on coating any more chicken. We're going to wait a little bit, okay? Let this fry hard. Flip it over, all right? Let it fry again, another 8 minutes on the other side, and then we're going to take it out. So now it's time to flip it over to the other side. We're going to let it cook for another 8 minutes on the other side, and then we're going to take it out and let it drain. All right? So give it a few minutes. So as we wait, I'm going to start coating some more chicken, and I'm going to place it in a bag. I'm probably going to take about five pieces of chicken, coat it with the eggs, and then place it in the Ziploc bag. Now I want you to know that everybody's stove is so different. I have my stove on a medium-high heat, but your stove might cook it faster. Just eyeball it. If you see it's cooking it really fast, then bring down the fire, because you don't want your chicken to look like it's cooked on the outside, but when it's time to bite into it, it is extremely raw. You don't want that. Take your time and make sure that it's cooking it very well. So 8 minutes is up. I'm going to take this out and lay it onto the rack. Now I'm going to put the other batch that I just shook up into the oil. Now the oil might look a little dark, but that's fine, okay? We still don't have to change any oil. We don't have that much chicken to be changing oil. Slowly put it into the oil. And you're going to repeat the same thing over and over, all right, until this is all, the bowl is completely emptied out. And now we just need to put the last batch in. So I totally forgot to tell you guys that in this clip right here, I put the chicken on the rack to drain the oil, because I don't want it to be sitting in oil. I want it to still remain crispy, and I want it to drain out separated from the oil. I put the parchment paper down because I wanted to catch all of the drippings in the tray. And when I also put the barbecue sauce on there, it will catch it as well, and it will be an easy cleanup. In this clip here, I have a bowl of Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. It's about 2 cups of barbecue sauce that I used. You can use whatever barbecue sauce that you love. You do not have to use Sweet Baby Ray's. I also put a pinch of smoked paprika inside the bowl just to give it a little hint of smokiness in it. But if you don't have smoked paprika and you have liquid smoke, you can use that. If you don't have liquid smoke, that's fine. You don't have to use anything but the barbecue sauce. It won't change the recipe. And then I just stir it and stir it very well. So when it's time to put it on the chicken, you won't have little clumps of smoked paprika on top of your chicken. But we're going to still continue on cooking it for 8 to 9 minutes because we want to make sure that the meat is cooked very well. And if you are afraid that it's cooking the skin too fast, like I said, you can just bring down the fire a little bit, but don't bring it down too much where it's starting to not fry anymore and it's just sitting in the oil. We don't want that. Now that we have all the chicken cooked and it's been on this rack draining the oil out of the chicken, it's now time to coat the chicken with the barbecue sauce and the smoked paprika. Alright, I'm going to use this brush to coat it. You take your time. Coat this side and then flip it over and coat the next side, okay? And if you want, you can also just take the chicken and dip it into the barbecue sauce. Either way, it's fine. I have the oven preheated on 400 degrees, alright, while I'm coating the chicken. So once I'm finished coating it, it can just go straight into the oven while it's nice and hot. Alright guys, so I had coated the chicken, alright, on both sides. I'm going to place it in the oven, which was preheated on 400 degrees. I'm going to leave it in the oven for about 8 to 10 minutes, and then I'm going to take it out and show you the results, the final results. Stay tuned. Alright, so this is the Barbie fried chicken. You see the texture in it. It has the fried look, but then it's based in barbecue sauce. Alright, here's the other side of it. Now I'm going to put it down. I'm going to take one flat and I'm going to try it on camera. I told you guys that I was going to try the wings for you, right? So this is one of them. Alright. The Barbie fried chicken. I don't know if you guys can hear the crunch, but it's definitely there. That's the inside of the wing. My cousins are going to be so happy when they try my Barbie fried chicken. I taste the smokiness from the smoked paprika. This chicken is definitely a hit. I'm going to show you a clip of my family, my cousins, eating the chicken, all right? Because they're coming over to try it, and you will see their reaction. So, see you soon. Hey guys, so I have my family here to try the Barbie fried chicken. They are going to give you their review on the chicken.
Well, first of all, I want to say anytime we're invited to do Simmer Down, it's always a pleasure because we know the food is going to be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want me to try the chicken first, the tuna salad first, or the kale first? Because each one of them is going to be great. I know the chicken is the star of the show today, so.
The chicken is definitely the star of the show.
Okay, let me try the chicken first. Then.
Okay. Someone is in the background eating. Yeah.
You reminded me about when Kentucky Fried Chicken used to make these.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't make it like this.
No.
This is amazing. Amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Wow.
So what flavors are you getting from the chicken?
I feel like I need to be eating with my pinky up. Like, I'm getting barbecue. I'm getting spicy barbecue.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting smoked barbecue.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting the chicken is like falling apart in my mouth. Like when I bite it, I don't even have to pull. It just comes off at the bones. Perfect size. I'm getting my fingers juicy, and I don't care because I'm gonna have to taste them later. It's just the way it is. And can I try some of the kale?
I mean, go ahead.
All right. Try some of the kale here first.
It's not part of the video. But
It's not part.
carry
Oh,
on.
edit out. How do you do this?
So this is my cousin, guys. All right.
Wow.
When I was not well, battling breast cancer, and I couldn't eat my food. Believe me, when I cooked the food and I couldn't eat it, he was the one, right?
Come on, right over.
Coming right over.
But you know what's amazing is that you were cooking this stuff. I would come to visit you, and you would know that I was on the way, and you would always have something for me to eat. Even when I was traveling on the road, and I would go pass your way and say, "Hey, Tasha, I'm stopping by," and you would cook. And I said, "Yo, you need to do something with this because you've always loved cooking, and you're phenomenal at it. And to see what you're doing now, to see your channel, and to taste your foods, it's always great."
Thank you.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
So good.
It's a nice little appetizer, or you can have it with your main course.
You got me eating finger food gourmet style. Is there a way I could sign up to be a permanent guest to taste food?
I don't know if Nayana would like that. She was fighting over
Serious?
some chicken just a few minutes ago.
Yeah,
If you guys remember very well, their plate was full. Full of chicken, full of barbecue sauce. And now, I don't even see any barbecue sauce.
And you're not going to see bones if you keep messing with it.
That poor bird.
So, my question to you guys, was it a nah or a yay?
It was a oh yeah.
Woohoo! Yay!
It was a woohoo yay, okay?
Yay!
How you make the bones taste good, really?
Right?
If you need your kids, and you be like, why you leave the meat on the bones? And then you eat this because they ain't leave nothing around.
That's it, right?
Nothing. Nada.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, guys, thanks again for joining me today at Simmer Down. All right. I'm here with my cousin. I didn't tell you guys, but he's a professional wrestler and a commentator. So he has a show coming up pretty soon. I will leave the information at the end of the video.
Caprice Coleman. Just look me up. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. I'm easy to find. I love my cousin. She's awesome. And I'm always doing something, and so is she.
And this is his lovely wife. He is well taken. Okay. So as you can see, my family loved the dish, okay? They loved the Barbie fried chicken. You barely can see any barbecue sauce on their plate. I mean, and it wasn't like they were just doing it because I'm their cousin. You know, they really loved it. And I hope that when you share this with your friends and family, you get that same effect. Yes, clean plates, happy faces. If you like this channel, please click the like button, subscribe, and also click the notification bell to notify you when I have a video out. Please, 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 please stay safe and enjoy the rest of your day. Take care.